Okay, we are here with Janisa and Lizzie. I'm interviewing her. This is her quiz. It is the who, what, when, where, and why last. So, who was the last person you talked to?
You,
Who was the last person you danced with?
my cousin,
Who was the last person you kissed?
Jonathan,
Who was the last person you texted?
D,
Who was the last person you wanted to punch?
you. I'm just kidding. I didn't want to punch you.
Why would you want to punch Janisa?
No.
Who was the last person? Okay, sorry.
I don't know.
Who you gotta answer? We can't move on.
Oh, this chick in my astronomy class. I can't think of her name right now. But, oh, she's so annoying.
Who was the last person you yelled at?
Hmm. I don't know.
Who was the last person you gave advice to?
I don't know.
Who was the last person you missed?
I missed
Yeah.
my daddy.
You got one more chicken to not answer, but if you use that, you can't use it. You gotta answer every other question. Who was the last person you went to the mall with?
Um, Either my mom or Katie and Mariah.
Who was the last person you watched a movie with?
My cousin.
What movie was it?
Piglet's Big Movie. My cousin's 1.5.
Who was the last person you cuddled with?
Samantha? That sounds really weird.
Who was the last person you took a picture with?
um, I think it was my cousin. Yeah, my cousin.
Who was the last person you sang with?
Sang with? Well, you and me were playing rock band.
Yeah, I don't know. Who was the last person you were in the car with?
My mommy.
Who was the last person you fought with?
I fought with Samantha.
Who was the last person you went swimming with?
Dang, that was a while ago. You. Yeah, you.
Mm. Who was the last person you went on a vacation with?
My dad.
Who was the last person you did a favor for?
My mom.
Who was the last person you were annoyed with? Drew.
What?
I don't know.
Probably my aunt. Cause I had to go to her house to babysit.
What was the? Now we're switching up. What?
I wanted to make a video with my cousin, but then I had to go to my aunt's house.
Hmm. Now we're switching the thing. It was what was the last thing you read about?
Last thing I read about.
Yeah.
Vegetables. I was in foods. That was the last thing I read about.
What was the
Vegetables.
last thing you saw on television?
Last thing I saw on television. Fairly Odd Parents this morning. Oh wait, no, I lied. I watched Word Girl at my cousin's house.
What was the last thing you regretted doing?
Um, I don't know. I don't really regret anything. Cause I mean, I can't really go back and change it. So yeah.
What was the last thing you listened to?
Whatever that song just was.
Yellow Card.
Thank you.
What was the last thing you drank from a can?
From a can. I had a cherry Pepsi while I was babysitting.
What was the last thing you paid money to do?
To do?
I don't want to know your sexual encounters.
Oh my heck. I think I paid to do. Go to the movies. There we go. That's it. I went to the movies and saw Couples Retreat.
What was the last thing you asked your parents for?
A ride?
What was the last thing you wrote?
Whatever I was writing in foods.
Laughed about. What was the last thing you laughed about? You can't say this because you're just laughing because you're laughing.
The last one of the last questions. What was the last thing you paid to do?
What's the last thing you left the room to do? I don't want to know about her masturbation stories.
Oh my
I'm
God.
sorry.
I don't know what's with you and masturbation. I mean, I know that's what you do every night, but
Cause you know,
normal people don't do that every night. Just to let you know, normal people don't do that every night.
Went to the doctor for.
Shots?
Tripped over. There's too many to count.
What was the last thing I tripped over?
I think it was my shoe.
Yes, it was. It was your shoe.
What was the last thing you needed new batteries for? Her vibrator!
God. No, I do not own a vibrator. I wish. No, I'm just kidding. I don't own a vibrator.
I got the hookups if you want one, girl. I got Shaquisha, LaBlita, and Robert Pattinson, Kirsten Dunst.
Don't forget shannaanas.
Oh, and Marilyn Monroe, and Bob Thomas.
What was the last thing I need batteries for? I don't know. I don't need batteries for.
What's the last thing you put a stamp on?
A stamp on? Like a
tampon.
like a post-it stamp?
I don't know.
I sent a letter to my grandmother.
She messages her grandmother a lot.
I do. I love my grandmother. You want to go? What's the next question?
What were the last thing you were really upset with about?
Being tired all the time. I'm tired all the time. I don't understand. Especially when I go to bed at like 8.
What was the last thing you needed help with?
Something in astronomy. I always need help in that class though, so.
What embarrassed about?
What? That's all I heard.
Embarrassed about.
What was I last embarrassed about?
Yes.
I don't know. I can't remember back that far.
That's your last chicken. You gotta answer every other question. What was the last thing you couldn't wait to get away from?
School.
Touched other than yourself.
I just touched your hair.
I think that's why you did it.
Dude, I can't read the thing.
What was the last thing you ruined or broke?
A glass.
Now we're changing to when was the last time you received a text message?
Like 10 minutes ago, I think.
When was the last time you took a nap?
A nap? Dude, I don't nap. I wish. I always say I'm going to, like, when I get home from school, and then I don't. I'm crazy.
When was the last time you got into an argument?
Last week.
When was the last time you... Oh, crap. How many minutes do we have left? Oh.
What?
We don't have that many time.
How much? What? How much?
We're at 9 minutes.
I can't see them.
Okay, so we're just gonna wrap this up because she's too slow answering questions. Me, I just be like...
I have to think, okay? I'm sorry I have to think, okay? I'm sorry I'm, like, special, okay? Don't judge, okay?
Bitch, I'll slap you. Alright. Alright then, I'm gonna go. This is Lizzie.
Toodles.
This is Shanae.